Hello everyone, and welcome to Burton Avenue. I'm Angie, and I love my cutter. I'm so glad you've joined me today, because today is the first day of my 25 Days of Craftmas series. In this series, I'll be sharing 25 different crafts you can make for Christmas using an electronic cutting machine. I'll share tips and tricks along the way to help make these projects easier, and you'll end up with some unique and fun Christmas projects. The first few projects will be Christmas countdown calendars and signs, because we all love counting down the days till Christmas, right? The first project we'll make is this cute magnetic countdown sign. It's super easy to make, so it's perfect for crafters of all skill levels. You'll just need a few simple supplies, which you can find in the link below and on my blog. We're going to be using a magnetic board, vinyl and transfer tape, a Christmas magnet, which you can make or buy, and a cutting machine. I'll be using my Cricut Explorer Air. Let's get started.
Now we need to get the SVG file we'll be using for this project. You can find it on my blog at burtonavenue.com. I keep all the SVG files for the projects I make in my free SVG library. These files will work with all kinds of cutting machines and are free to everyone. Once you're on my site, just click on Free SVG Files and then click Free SVG Library. If you don't have a password, there's directions on the screen on how to get one. Once you're in the library, you can search for the file Christmas Countdown. It will either be listed under Recent Projects and Files or under the Christmas category 25 Days of Craftmas 2019 Day 1. So go ahead and click on that link and it will download the file right to your computer. When you download files online, they usually come in a zipped folder and need to be extracted before you can use them in Cricut Design Space. To do this, you'll want to double-click on the zip folder name. A new window should pop open, and somewhere on the screen is the option to extract all. Click on that, and then pay attention to the destination where your extract files will be. Click Extract, and the files will be unzipped onto your computer and ready to use in Cricut Design Space. Okay, now let's get into Cricut Design Space and start a new project. On the left, click on Upload, then Upload Image, and then Browse. Now find the file we unzipped earlier. Highlight the name of the file and double-click or click Open. Now click Save, highlight the image, and then click Insert Images. Now the cut file will appear on our Canvas screen. For now, I'm going to resize it and move it to the right. Next, I'm going to draw a square and make it the same size as my magnetic board, which is about 12 inches. This will help me to have a good idea of how big I should make my design. So once I've drawn the square, I'm going to click on the design and drag it over onto the square. Then I'll need to click on Arrange and Send to Front. This will bring the design in front of the square. Now we can size it so it looks good and proportionate with our magnetic sign. Once everything is sized, you can click on the box and delete it. Now you'll need to highlight the design, right-click, and choose Attach. You want to make sure that you always attach your designs before you send them to cut. Otherwise, the letters will be all scrambled on your cutting mat. So once you've attached the design, click on the green Make It button. You will be taken to a new screen where you will be shown how your design will be laid out on the cutting mat. Click on the green Continue button and then select your machine from the drop-down box. Once it finds your machine, you will be taken to this screen and you are told to load your mat and press the Load Unload button. So let's go load our mat. Okay guys, for this project I used regular black adhesive vinyl. You can use permanent or removable, it doesn't really matter. Place your sheet of vinyl on your cutting mat and smooth it out so there are no bubbles or wrinkles. Then open your machine and load the mat by pressing the up and down arrow button. Once everything is loaded and ready to go, you'll see the C Cricut button light up. Press this button and the machine will begin to cut. Once the machine has finished cutting, press the load/unload button again and the Cricut will unload your mat. To remove the vinyl, I like to flip the cutting mat upside down so that the vinyl is facing down and pull the cutting mat away from the vinyl. This helps prevent your vinyl from curling. Once the vinyl is off the cutting mat, it's time to weed or remove the excess vinyl. I love using my weeding tool to help get rid of the excess vinyl. It's particularly helpful for removing the insides of the letters and numbers. Once the vinyl is all weeded, it's time to apply the transfer tape. Transfer tape is important because it keeps the whole design together instead of having to remove letter by letter or number by number. So cut a piece of transfer tape a little bit larger than your design and smooth it over the top of the design. I like to use this large scraper tool to remove any bubbles or wrinkles. Once the transfer tape is down, trim off any excess transfer tape and vinyl backing. Now it's time to remove the vinyl backing. Flip the design over and start from one corner. Pull at an angle to remove the vinyl backing. To make positioning the design a little bit easier on the magnetic board, we're going to put the vinyl backing back on, except for we're going to place it about an inch above the bottom of the design. Now grab your magnetic sign and center the design over the bottom of the magnetic board. Since this is a scalloped sign, it's kind of hard to measure from the bottom of the design to the bottom of the sign to make sure everything is equal. So to make things a little bit easier, place something with a straight edge along the bottom of the scallop. This will give you a nice straight edge to measure from. So you can measure from the bottom of the letters to the top of your straight edge and make sure that both sides are even. Once they're the same, you know your design is straight. Now you can pull off the rest of the vinyl backing. Then slowly push the rest of the vinyl down with your scraper and smooth everything out. Rub over the design several times with your scraper to help everything stick to the magnetic sign. Now grab your transfer tape from the corner, slowly pull at an angle until you have removed all of the transfer tape. That's it for the sign. Now we just need to make our magnet. You really can use anything you want for this magnet. You can use a Christmas eraser, a jingle bell, or even a little wreath. I found these cute Grapevine Stars in my stash of supplies and thought it would be perfect for this sign. So I just used some E6000 glue and attached a magnet onto the back of the star.
I told you it was an easy project, and it looks so cute when it's finished. Wouldn't you love to have one of these hanging at your house during the Christmas season? I know my kids are super excited to hang ours up and start counting down the days until Christmas arrives. I love the fact that it can be used year after year, and it's so easy to change from day to day. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did, and I hope you'll come back tomorrow where I'll be sharing another Christmas countdown sign. See ya!